Hello guys, it's me, Dark Art Cresselia, back with my new series, and it's probably my favorite series so far. And I'm gonna give you part 2 of What If Deku was adopted by Gray and Juvia, where he left off, where we're gonna restart, as will be the first day of UA. Izuku will be walking down on the hallway to look for his class while muttering, 1A, 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 where is it? Then he spots a big door with red 1A onto it with him saying, that's one big door. I wonder if my classmates are giants in there. He will walk in and see a scene of the blue-haired kid arguing with Bakugo, with him thinking, I'm seriously with an egotistical Pomeranian, a guy who goes by the books, and people who don't take life so seriously. Until our lives get into danger. With the blue-haired kid had seen him out and saying, you there, you are the one who saw the real potential of the exam. I must say, you are far a more better student than I. With the Duke saying, what? With the blue-haired kid had replying, you saw the real reason of the exam. You must be seriously intelligent and superior to me. With Zuguza saying, actually, I didn't know about the rescue point. It's normally a hero would save lives, and some would break the rules just to make sure people are safe. Isn't that what a hero does? With the blue-haired kid saying, you're right. And pardon me for my attitude to you last week. My name is Tenya Ida. Nice to meet you. Izuku Fullbuster. Nice to meet you too. And he would spot Shota sitting staring at him. I'm being curious. That's what her thinking. What's his quirk? From what my dad told me, Juvia, Rainy Day couldn't get pregnant. And yet he has the same powers as them. Who is he? And they hear her someone saying, alright, hey class, settle down, and get to your seats and shut up. If you're here to make friends, then leave. With everyone sitting down with the guy saying, my name is Shoto Aizawa. And yes, I fled at the name to have both Mr. Aizawa and Shoto. Because Shoto just too girly for a male. But anyway, I want you to introduce yourselves in your quirks while I sleep. Wake me up when you're done. As he would then go into caterpillar mode, which is what some people calling it on the internet. But anyway, one of them would say, guess I'll go up first. And a pink-skinned girl with horns would go up saying, my name is Mina Ashido. Oh, my quirk is acid. With another coming up with red hair saying, I'm Kirishima, and my quirk is hardening. And basically they would go through to, it's Shota has turned with her saying, my name is Shota Todoroki, and my quirk is half cold, half hot. Then Izuku would go up saying, my name is Izuku Fullbuster, and my quirk is half liquid, half solid. And if you're curious, it's like Shota's quirk, but I use water and ice. With him sitting down and Aizawa saying, "Alright, put on the uniform and go out to the training session. We're gonna be doing a quirk test." With Uraka saying, "But what about orientation? We're gonna miss it." With Aizawa saying, "My class, my rules. I get to run this how I want it. We're not provided to do traditions. Now go." With everyone sitting up and going to the lockers. When Izuku took off his shirt, Kirshin would see him and think, "Whoa, bro, you're really a buff. What's your workout session?" Izuku was saying, "Working out with my mom and dad every day. For since I was 4. Really, he helps build your body." With Denki saying, Your last name is Fullbuster. Does that mean you're the son of Icicle and Rainy Day?" With everyone looking at him, with him replying, "Yes, yes, I am." And then Mineta, being the perv he is, would then say, "Hey guys, I found one of the people, one of the higher outside giving us this blessing." With Ida doing the same thing as he did. And once he would start doing his chant with something about Shota, Izuku would freeze him and put a water lock around his head. And in case you're wondering, the water lock is a giant bubble of water that is impenetrable, unless you can absorb water. But anyway, he would then walk out, leaving Mineta like he is, and he would just pass out from the lack of oxygen, and with him then being released. When the girls walked out, they would say, "Thank you, Fullbuster, for stopping that perv." Then saying, "No problem." And then, and Aizawa would say, all right. And before we begin, I want you to do who's the second and teacher, which she'll be coming to teach if I'm not in. With Juvia coming out from around the corner saying, "Hello, 1A. You already know me. Juvia Fullbuster. Her pro hero. Rainy Day." With some of the guys and girls being fans of her and Mineta saying, "Oh, what I wouldn't give to be with." And before he could finish that, he would then get a chill down his spine with Izuku having a chainsaw in his hand. And if you're wondering, he managed to make a chainsaw out of his ice and the chain being made out of water, which basically works like a normal chainsaw. Well, with him with a Mineta just shutting up. With him saying, with Zuko saying, "Finish that sentence about my mom, and you're gonna be dead." Hold on a minute. Something's going off. Sorry for that. Now, where I was, and hold on. Sorry about that. Aizawa would then toss the ball to Izuku, saying, "You got the highest score, or go into the circle and use your quirk to throw it." With Izuku going to the circle, as he would toss the ball into the air with him, and saying, "Ice make bat." And he would make a bat made out of ice and hit the ball, which would go about 833 meters. With Aizawa showing this to the class, that's what everyone's saying. Whoa, that's really far. With Mina saying, this looks like fun. Can't wait to use our quirks. With Aizawa saying, fair? You think life is fair? Or how about this? The last person and to do this will get expelled. Last person. With Araka saying, hey, that's not fair. We just got here and worked really hard to get here. With you saying, nothing's in this world is fair. As heroes, we combat that unfairness. Many people suffer this, unlike you, so be grateful. You think it's fair for quirkless people to be mistreated? For villainous quirksters to be shunned by society? No. Most of us heroes only realize this, while others want to be popular and rich. That is why my husband, and Izuku are here to help teach you that this world will need people who can understand how unfair it is. So go beyond plus ultra. With everyone then understanding what I was saying, took the words out of my mouth. Hold on, the chicken's going on. I'll be back. Sorry about that, guys. Now, the whole test would go as normal with Izuku being first and everything, or tied with Shota. And the only one he didn't get first place was with the ball throw. And when the board was showed up, it was shown that Izuku and Shota were tied in first place, with Mineta being last. With Aizawa saying, you're last place, Mineta, you're expelled. Get out of here. Well, what's so many instructions? Hold on. But sorry about that, guys. Many things are interrupting me right now. But anyway, Mineta would get his stuff and walk out while saying, I'll get my revenge on you, Aizawa. With everyone not taking him seriously, because who would take him seriously? But anyway, the next few days would be like normal. Well, with Izuku training with his mom and dad, going to school and learning stuff. Until after 3 days on the last class they had they were hear her thumping noises coming down the hall, with the door bursting open with someone saying, I'm walking to the door like a normal hero. With the class saying, it's Dolmite. Oh man, the rumors were true. He really is a teacher. Here. And so, the whole thing would happen still. Well, minus the fact that Izuku was being a fanboy. He does like the guy, but he sees him as just a showboat. Which he kind of is. Which is why I like Aizawa better. But anyway, he would then discuss about how battling the whole thing would happen. And Izuku, whose hairstyle would be like a gray suit, with a hint of cyan, and with it, it was like in, I believe, season 5 when he was joining that cultist about Zara. I can't remember what it was. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it looked like that, with just that's one arm being covered. And just for plot development, he does have the fairy tale symbol where his heart is. And he has no sleeve on his left side. And the team left would be Shota Izuku versus Ida and Bakugo, who like canon. And they would discuss and they would agree that Izuku would fight Bakugo, while Shota went to find the bomb. After 10 minutes were up, they would hear All Might saying, "Alright, heroes, go in!" When they started walking down, they would then hear explosion and it's happening, knowing that it was Bakugo with Shoto running to find the bomb. And before Bakugo could ran around the corner, Zook would make a frying pan out of ice and pop it again in Bakugo's face. I just think it's funny. But anyway, Bakugo would hold his nose while saying, "You darn nerd, I'll show you who's number one around here. I'll beat you, you worthless nobody." With Izuku saying, "Jeez, you need to get some anger management happening. I wonder how your blood pressure is." With Bakugo then saying, "You darn nerd," while causing an explosion and that come at him. Izuku would use a shield, old man out of ice, and start fighting with Bakugo. With him saying, "Ice make Lance," as lances of ice would shoot towards Bakugo, but Bakugo would block with his gauntlets. Then, one of them would glow red while saying, "Let's see how well you do against a full blast. These gauntlets store up my sweat, and so I can release it for a big explosion." And I stored about a month's worth of sweat in here. With All Might saying, "Don't do it, Bakugo, you'll kill him." With Bakugo saying, "Oh, he'll be fine as long as he dodges." And the explosion was too big for him to dodge or block. He tried blocking with his arms, but it was no good. But with Ida and Shota, before the big explosion, she found a bomb and tried to freeze him and burn him. And then she started to freeze the building the exact moment that the whole explosion happened. And a giant chunk of the building was out. Bakugo saying, "Sirs, you're right, and you darn useless nerd. I'm number one, and you deserve to be dead." With the people in the comms room saying, "That guy's insane. He just killed him." Until they saw eyes coming towards the center of smoke, with them wondering what was going on. And when the smoke cleared, it showed that Izuku unlocked his ice devil form, which I'm gonna make an adjustment saying he could eat both ice and water, making him the ice water devil slayer. After eating pretty much the entire ice of the entire of the building, he would then say, "Now I got a fire in my belly. Let's see how you handle this. Ice Devil Fist," as he would charge toward Bakugo with a giant fist of black and purple ice and punch him, knocking him out. With the mode then anticipating and at that time when he knocked out Bakugo, Shota got to the bomb, with All Might saying, "The heroes win!" And Izuku didn't know what happened because he was like blacked out when he was in that mode. It's like when who have a ton of adrenaline and running through you, then completely confused. But anyway, after a few minutes, he would wake up in the arms of his mother, her who was also in the room, and she was scolding Baku, who woke up before him, for for nearly killing Izuku. But after he woke up, they all checked. I'm wondering if he was all right. He would say he was fine. And after that, All Might would then say, "Who was the MVP of the match?" With Momo raising her head, saying, "It was Izuku. He came up with the plan, and managed to stall Bakugo, hold the key to make sure Todoroki he could get to the bomb." And when the big explosion happened, and he still tried to hit the block even though it was too big and too strong for him, until he revealed that trump card, with Izuku asking, "What trump card?" Everyone be confused, saying that mode you went into, and they would show him what they were talking about, with him wondering, "I honestly never knew about this. Maybe it was from Adrenaline? Maybe it's new mode? I don't know." And he was kind of lying because he knew what the mode was, because Gray had his Ice Devil form. And with them wanting, "You didn't know about this? It wasn't your trump card?" With Izuku saying, "No, I never even knew about this. Until now. I didn't even know I activated that. I was blacked out. I don't even remember it." With the I'm concluding that he was still the MVP, minus the fact that he didn't know what he went into. And in all the other matches with Para up, and after a few weeks of making sure Izuku was fine, and he was training to unlock that form again, which he did accomplish. Though he may have vowed to only use it in dire circumstances, like when his life is in jeopardy or the life of a person is on stake. But anyway, after a few weeks, Aizawa would come in saying, "Alright, class, settle down. In 3 days, we'll be going to the USJ. He for rescue training. So, train hard to make sure to do your best. I'll be out for a few till that day. He on a mission, so Juvia will come cover me up." And with them all agree, and for the next couple of days, they would do their normal stuff of work, homework, training, and all that. But before the last day, Mina got the idea of going over, of some of them coming over to Izuku's place. With Izuku saying, "I don't know, I had to talk it up with my mom and dad. And unless you guys like a lot of training, I suggest you stay home." With him saying, "Nah, man, training could be good. And besides, your mother really helps us out." And Izuku would ask his mom if they wanted to come, if they could come over. They all said yeah. They both said yes. What am I doing? Did you be able to call Gray? He asking the question what Izuku asked. with them both agreeing them coming over. And Shota tagged along just to keep an eye on him, wondering who he was. With it, after and the ones who went were Mina, Kirishima, Jiro, Kaminari, Uraraka, Shota, and let's say let's see here. That's about it. I tried thinking about another person, but wouldn't work out. When they got to Izuku's place, they saw it was just a normal two-story building. They weren't. They didn't, despite being pro hero, those in the top 20, he in top 10. They didn't live a luxurious life. When they entered, they were surprised that there were some ice sculptor, or some snow glow, hoops, chi, 52-inch TV, with whatever console they have in that time. In Izuku's room was a standard bedroom, that was light and dark blue, with some picture hers he drew when he was a kid, and along with the picture of the Fairy Tale Guild, which he promptly hid from view. Though the only one who knew he hid it was Shota. After a while in training with them, training with Juvia and Gray, they were all exhausted who went to sleep. But Juvia, Gray, and Izuku stayed up, and little did they know they were being eavesdropped by Shota. Gray would say, "I don't know why, but I feel like tomorrow, something's big gonna happen." And that feeling never promptly he stopped me from before. Which I might have to come over her to make sure you're safe. Even if you're ice water devil form, it's still no match. I have a feeling that they brought another magical source from Fairy Tale. Don't know what, but it's ominous. But I'll have to do. Shota would be wondering why he said magical. I understand what Izuku saying. I understand that you're worried, but you also have to have faith in my magical abilities. After all, I was trained by you two, one of the two strongest people in the guild of the Fairy Tale. I promise, I'll make sure to keep my classmates safe. They both smile, held a nod, with Juby saying, especially Shota. I'm rooting for you, Izuku. With Izuku, blushing and saying, Mom, please stop. It's not like I like her or anything. Not that I stare at her or anything. And he then started mumbling on with Shota also blushing from behind the corner. With you saying, calm down, sweetie. I think it's time for you to go to bed with your friends. And Juby and Shota would then quietly book it back to the room, pretending to be asleep. With Izuku following and laying down and sleeping. And in his head, he would say, don't worry, I'll protect all of you, especially you. And he would say the last part out loud, Shota. Don't know why, but you make me feel calm, like a river. I'll protect you with my life. I promise. Shoto would hear this and madly blush, but luckily her head would turn, and, Izuku would fall asleep. He, and the next day he comes. They would all go to the USJ and see that had the pro hero Icicle was there. Any of them would geek out. When they entered, they would then notice a purple mist coming out, wondering what it was. And that's where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe it. It'll help me out. And I'm making the house up for the massive time I spent off of it. And please comment down below of what I should call all his magic. Thank